Hello relatives, welcome to this week's Schlagbite for the week June 4th, 2012, entitled The Spirit in the Basement. I was recently in Washington, D.C. and visited the magnificent National Museum of the American Indian. The newest feature was a dazzling piece of beaded Huichol art that you saw immediately when you entered the huge lobby atrium. It was a Volkswagen Beetle that had been decorated with 200 pounds of beads that were held together by 35 pounds of resin, and it took my breath away. It was a spectacular design and took 8 Huichol artists 7 months to complete. The public was invited to examine the Vochol, which is the Huichol word for the Volkswagen Beetle, and to find the symbolic elements that were in the design, and they summarized them in a list that was posted next to the car. They mentioned deer and corn and a snake, eagle, scorpion, among others, but conspicuously absent was any mention of peyote, whose image was everywhere in an undulating ribbon that held the whole piece together. Peyote is the awesome, mind-altering substance found in a flowering cactus that is the center of Huichol life. It guides every aspect of the people's existence. So the question is, why did the curators omit this fact? I don't know. Maybe they thought it would inspire controversy. Museum curators and administrators have enormous discretionary power, not only in what they present, but also in what they withhold. And they withhold a lot. The basements of the Smithsonian and the American Museum of Natural History are filled with Native American artifacts and skeletal remains. Native people believe these artifacts are the living embodiment of the spirit of their people. They are a sacred connection to the Great Spirit, and they bless their lives and sustain them. You got to know that these objects were not freely given. They were taken as souvenirs or spoils of war by their discoverers and conquerors. Tribal people want them back, but museum administrators have been slow to return them. For example, the Huichol want back a sacred altarpiece that the Norwegian ethnologist Carl Lumholtz stole from them over 100 years ago, an artifact that guarded the fireplace at their holiest site and where they have prayed for the last 15,000 years. The Huichol want it back, but alas, in spite of countless requests, it's still hiding in the basement. We may not be able to do much to unlock those treasures. But at the next Schlagbite webinar on June 14th, I'd like to talk about our own spiritual treasures that may be lying in our own basements, and how we may be able to use them better in our own lives to thrive. So sign up at the link on the website, and we'll explore that issue. In the meantime, remember, we're all connected in ways that remind us of what it is that we like best about who we are and inspire our own strength. Stay connected. Remember, we're all relatives, and I say this for all my relations. Mitakwiyase.